And we want to give you a live look right now at our local airports. You can't see much of anything here, so you've got DFW and Love Field. Both are under a ground stop. I know Love Field expires at 11:45 with DFW at noon. You can see rain actively coming down on our camera there at Love Field. So if you've got a flight out today with so much backup now trying to get people back into the air, there's no doubt hundreds of delays. So make sure you check with your carrier before you head over there. It is a WFA weather alert day. Cassie Hyder has been tracking these storms all morning. In fact, we were in continuous coverage on our WFAA Plus app. If you have not downloaded it, it's a great way to stay informed up to the minute. And right now we are seeing, well, if you look at the radar behind us,
you can hear it.
You can hear it on our rooftop. Yeah. And this is covering much of the Metroplex now.
Yes, it is finally moving through the Metroplex. It's good that we've got the rain moving in because eventually we're going to just move it on out.
Great.
So we just want to continue to do that and then eventually shift that severe threat off to the east and out of here.
Is it moving pretty quickly?
It's not moving very quickly. No, it's moving at this point. It's moving at about 30 miles an hour or so. And the problem is we continue to see that rain expand out to the west. So although we're getting the heaviest of the rain right now, we're still expecting more rain this afternoon. Now we still have our WFA weather alert day that goes all the way through at least this evening because there will be some storms across parts of North Texas that will be capable of golf ball size hail, wind gusts over 60 miles an hour, and a few tornadoes cannot be ruled out. I think that's going to be east of the Metroplex, but really the bigger thing for most of us will be the heavy rain and flooding. So what you need to do is just make sure you stay updated with the latest forecast, have a way to receive any warnings that do come out, any additional warnings. And the best way to do that is by downloading the WFA Plus app on your TV and on your phone. The tornado watch, that is in yellow. You can see that's for some of our northeast counties. It does not include Dallas or Fort Worth. That is until 5 o'clock later this afternoon. So again, as we continue to go out through the day, that threat moves off to the east. But the flood watch, that's for the entire part of our northern counties. That does include the Metroplex. That goes until tomorrow morning because we continue to see that rain kind of redevelop behind what we're already seeing falling right now. So again, as we go throughout the day, eventually the coverage will start to wind down by about 6 o'clock, about a 40% coverage of rain and storms. And I think by 9 we're dry under partly cloudy skies. But looking at satellite and radar, you can see how much these storms have expanded from west to east and continue to move off to the east with a lot of lightning. And again, some of this rain just kind of moving over some of the same areas, which is why we're starting to get quite a bit of flooding. Lots of lightning. Power outages will likely go up in some spots. We no longer have the tornado warning. That has been expired, but we still have the flash flood warning for Cook, Grace, and Monte counties until 1:15. We also have Jack and Wise counties until 12:30. That's going to be the flash flood warning because we've already seen the heavy rain, but now we've got more rain moving in behind it. Dallas and Tarrant counties flash flood warning until 2:15. Notice DFW right in the thick of things, and now we've got the heaviest part of the rainfall moving right through downtown Dallas. Some very heavy rain around Arlington, Fort Worth, Saginaw, and Benbrook. Looking at our velocity product, I would say we've got wind gusts around 40 miles an hour. When we start to see the brighter greener teals, that's when we're looking at maybe 50 miles an hour. The saving grace, there's no hail showing up, at least not right now. We're not seeing any reports from that, but we also have some very heavy thunderstorms from Granbury down to Glen Rose, just east of Stephenville. Looking at this afternoon, again, we're going to keep those storms going, but we're going to talk about when we can finally move these storms out of here for all of North Texas coming up in just a little bit. Kara?
I'll take it from here. Yes, I will take it from here, Cassie. So, yeah, if you don't need to be on the roads right now, I would definitely wait until it starts getting a little bit clearer. So, yes, we are already seeing the impacts the rain is making near downtown Dallas. This is 35E at Colorado Boulevard. Look how wet the roads are. Right now, near this area of 35E, I'm not seeing any major delays, which is good news for those of you that do have to go somewhere. But I do want to show you what I'm seeing on Loop 12 and also on 75 as well. I do have a live look for you, but if we can't get that camera up, I want to show you something interesting. You can kind of see where the rain is if you look at the traffic flow. So all the areas that are orange, yellow, red, that's basically kind of where the rain is impacting those areas. Where it's green, there's not many wet roads there. I do want to come here to show you what that little speck of red is looking like. So that's actually due to a disabled vehicle that is causing a delay that is backed up to 175. So again, this is going westbound on 20 and it is backed up for a couple of miles to 175. I believe I do have that live look for you. This is over in Fort Worth, 30 at East Chase. And you can see the eastbound lanes are pretty wet there. There's congestion in the eastbound lanes. The westbound lanes are moving along a little bit better, but of course ponding has been a big issue on the roadways. They have seen disabled vehicles out there as well. This is a report of a disabled vehicle at 20 and the Trinity River, which is what I was telling you earlier. Just make sure that you are careful, you are patient, because it is really coming down in several areas across our Metroplex, like 35W and FM 1171. This is over in Denton County in North Lake, but I do want to head on over to, we have a phone interview with Tila from TxDOT. And Tila, what can you tell us kind of what you're seeing out on the roadways? And you're with TxDOT Dallas?
Yes, I am. Yes, thanks for having me on. Mm-hmm. And yeah, we're seeing much of what you're pointing out right there to the audience, that, yeah, there's quite a bit of rain out there. And as you guys say, there's more to come. So we're just definitely, reminding folks, like you said, to be patient, allow additional time if you're traveling today. If you don't have to travel, that's even better. And also, refer to our drivetexas.org website so you can check on those driving conditions. Because, yeah, we are seeing it, back up in certain areas where there could be a little bit more water. And we just definitely want to remind people to just be mindful of that, slow down while you're outside today, and make sure that you're continuing to leave that extra space in between the cars so you have some time to brake if you need to do so.
Are there any areas that you know of that tend to pool with water that it may be significant for drivers to be aware of?
Yeah, anywhere where there's like a low-lying area, that's the potential for deep flooding. But even sometimes when you cannot really see how deep the water is, it's definitely, better to just be mindful of that as well. Sometimes we can't see how deep or those puddles could be, and they could be potentially hazardous. So definitely just be mindful of any area. As long as it's heavy rain outside, there is the potential, for flooding or a lot of rainfall in that area.
Even when I drive myself in severe weather, when obviously I don't want to be out in severe weather, but some people think it's a good idea to shelter under bridges. What do you recommend when it comes to that? I know you are recommending against that.
Yeah, we don't really recommend against that. We definitely say just plan ahead. If you don't have to get outside, don't get outside. And if you do, just be as cautious as you can. Sometimes things can build up if everyone decides to pull over on the side of the road. So we definitely encourage people just to plan ahead. If you know you have things to do today and you're watching you guys and hearing how the weather is going to be, maybe you can push those plans to another day, or just give yourself a little bit more time so you can take it slow.
All right, Tila. Well, thank you so much again for giving us all that information. You also be safe out there.
Thank you. You guys as well.
Okay, and let's give you some more perspective from around our viewing area. Let's go back out to our reporter Janelle Ford, who is driving now on 75 in Plano. You've been all over the place. You're in Collin County now. I think you were in Denton County earlier. So what can you tell us? What have you guys encountered? Like we said, some people have to be out, and you're one of them.
Yeah, I mean, just look out of our windshield right now. You can see traffic is a mess. It truly is a mess out here. Windshield wipers working in overtime over the past 30 minutes. We started seeing lightning, hearing thunder, and then that is just, you saw it there, just paired with that persistent drenching rain that will cause trouble if you're not careful. Visibility has been changing minute by minute. One minute you can see clearly, the next it's like someone flipped a switch. The rain has been relentless, and the roads, they're slick, they're shiny. We've seen ponding and pooling, which is exactly what you have to watch for, especially when it comes to the risk of hydroplaning. And then cars that hit those spots, they send water sprouting into the other lanes. That's happened to us a few times, and it's been pretty scary at some points. Again, it's a mess out here. If you are headed out, here's what you need to know. Give yourself some extra cushion. This is not the kind of morning you want to be rushing. Turn on your headlights. Fortunately, you look around us, you see most of these cars have their headlights on, so that's good. You want to be seen, not just see what's around you. And then most importantly, don't mess with standing water. I know you heard it from TxDOT just a moment ago, but if you see it stretching across the road, turn around, don't drown. We say this all the time, and we mean it, because just a few inches is enough to lose control or worse. Now, I know right now the storm may not look dramatic, but it's widespread. Again, we've been traveling in this all morning for more than 3 hours at this point. We've seen some really terrible stretches as well as some lulls, but this is supposed to be happening throughout the day. So again, take your time, be mindful, and if you don't have to be out in this, I definitely wouldn't be. Sending it back to you guys in the studio.
No, thank you so much, Janelle. We appreciate it. We heard from the Prosper Fire Chief just about 30 minutes ago that they had a high water rescue in their area. So remember, you can stream live weather updates anytime on WFA Plus. It is the best way to stay ahead of the changing weather. There you can look at the latest forecast and other updates from our weather team. WFA Plus is free to download to your TV right now. So as we've talked about the strong winds, hail, potential flooding storms moving through our area, a live look for you right now at DBU. Most of our tower cams look a lot like this. Cassie tracking that all in your forecast. We're going to see what's next in just a minute.